From bulldog to bystander, Mack Truck just went from heading the convoy to picking up the back door. Come on. Now listen up, folks. This is not just a plant cutback. This is clearly a full-out single flare, a warning shot, a textbook case of corporate lingo camouflage. It's wrapped up in phrases like market insecurity, while real workers losing their paychecks. So today we're asking the questions the headlines won't ask. Is this just reporting or is it just repeating? Who remembers? And if you don't, it'll be a good history lesson. What's remembered is WMD back in the Bush administration on Iraq. It ran with these talking points like they were reading scripture out of the Bible. At the end of the day, no weapons were found. Phrases like imminent threat, mushroom cloud kept getting bantered about on the media and pretty much everyday talking points at dinner tables. Another familiar scenario we all know about, 2008 financial crisis. The narrative was too big to fail. In the wake of the subprime mortgage collapse, the media walked all over everybody saying,
"Oh, these big companies are too big to fail."
Never mind the millions of dollars that families lost. What was the real story? Corruption, deregulation, reckless risk-taking by the same financial giants that got bailed out. Greetings to you, truck lovers and truth seekers, and trucking professionals all over the United States of trucking. This is Truckin Insight, the road to headlines and advice for life and beyond. Ever independent, ever inquisitive, and the relentless Sherlock of the trucking industry. The collaborative think tank for advanced trucking journalism. BossMan here, at your beck and call, where silence is our enemy and the truth rolls on like thunder. The headline we're talking about is Mack blames market uncertainty for layoffs at Lehigh Valley's plant. Stuck a couple of days ago in Truckers News. The article reports that Mack Trucks, a legendary brand under the Volvo Group, has announced hundreds of layoffs at their Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania facility, citing market uncertainty. Mack spokesperson Kimberly Papillo said earlier, and I quote, "Heavy-duty truck orders continue to be negatively affected by market uncertainty about freight rates and demand, possible regulatory changes, and the impact of tariffs. Today, we informed our employees that this unfortunately means we will have to lay off 250 to 350 people at our Lehigh Valley Operations Center over the next 90 days. It goes on to say, "We regret having to take this action, but we need to align production with reduced demand for our vehicles." The plant in Macungie employs around 3,050 workers. The official explanation, you think? A slowdown in heavy truck demand? Market correction? Playbook, page 2. I don't just report the news. I think about it, I analyze it, and I start the conversation. For example, I want to start a conversation over what this actually translates. What does this really mean? Let me translate to you what I think it means. Market uncertainty? I think it's the corporate hall pass for sweeping decisions with zero accountability right under the rug. But actually means
We don't know what's going to happen, so we're going to protect our profits.
not our people. So when Mack Truck says demand is cooling, you have to ask yourself, cooling for who? Orders still exist, freight's still moving, the trucking industry didn't just vaporize, but Wall Street jitters become Main Street's pink slips. Think about this, folks. Mack Truck has had that Lehigh Valley Operations Center working since 1905. It's not just a plant, it's a symbol of American industrial strength. It wasn't long ago, similar companies cut back production during this recession, 2008 and 9. And what happened? We get through and up to points with COVID, people cut back. See, the pattern I'm noticing is both 2008 and 9 and current with COVID. What happens is people get all worked up over financial outlooks and forecasts. They cut back on production and then fall short as things begin ramping up. Mack is still one of the most recognized and respected brands in vocational trucking. Their Granite series is staple in construction. The Anthem is praised for fuel economy and uptime. Their trucks hold resale value like a bulldog gripping a tire. So if Mack is losing confidence, what's really going on here? Mack was acquired by Volvo back in 2001, and ever since then, it's been sharing resources, platforms, and parts with its Sweden counterpart. 2008, 2009, Mack slashed jobs under similar claims of economic rebalancing. Then, as now, it was the worker who paid the price, not the executives. Mack previously faced labor strikes in 2023 when workers recently demanded better conditions amidst record high inflation. Are we seeing a pattern here, folks? They're stepping back, spinning it out, and covering their asses. I mean, in this day and age, interest rates are higher than they used to be. Yeah, I get that. Freight rates, some cases, lower, maybe even stagnant. I get that too. Trucking capacity is fluctuating though. And there are those that feel like once the tariffs are done, the worry of tariffs are done, things could improve. Unlike new players like Tesla or Nikola, Mack has over 100 years worth of brand trust. They've been the early adopters of clean diesel, electric trucks, and even predictive maintenance tools that run pretty commonly throughout the industry today. Their union workforce is experienced, trained, and loyal. So again, I ask you, if Mack has this muscle, why flex toward layoffs? What's really going on here? Is this about saving the company, or is it just about satisfying shareholders? Comment below if you think you know the answer. Are they positioning or outsourcing contract fleets maybe, or maybe ramping up for increased AI and automation? Whatever it is, it's unlike Mack. So what does it mean for current Mack owners? If you, like me, drive a Mack, what are you looking forward to? You've invested in Mack because you believe in the performance, the durability, and the American know-how behind the name Mack. Now, we have to ask, will service and support slow down? Will parts be delayed? Will resale values eventually take a hit? These are not just conspiracy theories I'm putting out here. People are talking about this. If Mack Trucks becomes more expensive to maintain or less supported, truckers could abandon the brand. The original article gave us facts. I gave you discussion. The difference between reporting the mainstream media gives you and the discussion I give you is I'll make you think. Go down below and hit the like button if you agree. More people need to stop and think about what's really going on in trucking today. Remember, guys, it's the trucks that make the deliveries, but it's you that make the difference. If you haven't already done so, go down below, hit the subscribe button, join the United States of Truckin', and every day make trucking great again. Till next time, keep it real and keep it rolling.